My most humble pranams to His Excellency Dr.APJ Abdul Kalam, legendary scientist and former President of India, Advocate Ibrahim Khan, President, Kerala CBSE School Management Association, Dr. Ithapalli, Pro-Vice Chancellor, Indira Gandhi National Open University, C.R. Vasudevan Pillai, Patron CBSE Schools Management Association, Dr. K. Divadar Nair, Regional Director, Indira Gandhi National Open University, Dr. K. Varghese, Working President, and C.A. Abraham Thomas, teachers from the different parts of Kerala who have come all the way. It is an honor for me, ladies and gentlemen, to address this dais for veteran educationalists, educators and teachers. Today we are witnessing a unique function, an interactive blending of teachers from government and CBSE schools across the state. It is a long cherished desire for mine, as I realize we teachers have a pivotal role in molding the posterity, hence such interactions would instill that spark to ignite the minds of the young. The thought of organizing such a venture was a combined effort of Kerala CBSE School Management Association and IGNU Pragati Community College. Kerala CBSE School Management Association has been the frontrunner in promoting educational practices to transform system to becoming knowledge and skill centers. It has been supporting schools to develop an education model for the 21st century, generating a man-making education system. IGNU Pragati Community College is the venture for higher education promoted by Minerva Educational Trust. The curriculum at Pragati is designed to accomplish the goal of transforming young trained graduates into a successful teacher. Pragati International Community College, in association with the IGNU, is providing a platform to groom them. The main aim of this program will benefit young B.Ed graduates of different disciplines to harness their capabilities to achieve maximum output. The finishing school aspires to come out of the existing scenario of teaching and equip them through the understanding of the social, economic, environmental, political and international context of their professional activities, communication skills, ability to work in team, knowledge of current educational practices and integrated field of learning teaching system activities so that a teacher's life can light many lamps. The greatest visionary of the century, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam feels the teachers are the backbone of any country, the pillar upon which all aspirations are converted into realities. He says teachers should be the best minds in the country. The role of the teacher is like a proverbial ladder. It is used by everyone to climb up in life, but the ladder itself stays in its place to create quality teachers. These 1,500 teachers gathered here would benefit the thoughts emanated from this legendary scientist and let us practice in our lives. Let me move on my duty assigned to me. I had the rarest of the rare privilege to interact and express thoughts with Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, the former President of India. Many a times motivated the teachers within me to this extent that it could happen to you all too today. This legendary scientist is the real guru in all senses. With this magnanimous presence today, we are sure that our mission gets accomplished and the educators will get enlightened to transmit it to their children. On behalf of the organizers and on my personal behalf, I extend a heartfelt welcome to His Excellency Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam.
Friends, good evening to all of you. When I see 1,500 teachers and you are getting further knowledge to become great teachers. I'm also one of your teachers, okay? I'm also a teacher. So we are all teachers. We belong to the same community. We belong to the same field. Now I want to share some of my experiences with all of you as a teacher, mostly as a teacher. What experiences I had, I would like to share with you. Now, first of all, I would like to greet, all of you can hear me? Yes. Last row? No? Yes. Yeah, very good. Advocate Ibrahim Khan, Srimati Indra Rajan, she gave me food, biryani, pulao in New York. Sri R. Vasudevan Pillai, Mrs. Lada Pillai, and Dr. Divagaran Nair, Dr. K. Varghese, Sri Abraham Thomas, Mrs. Suchitra, and all of you teachers and friends. I am indeed delighted to address and also I interact with the teachers of government and private schools of Kerala, Kochi. Sorry I got delayed because two programs, both of them were children-based program, so they took my time. I am happy that the teachers of Kerala are nurturing, caring and sharing initiatives which are aimed towards enhancing the academic quality of constituent schools. I consider that the teachers assist in transforming the children into an enlightened citizen by imparting quality educational practices. I greet all the pioneers who have contributed in establishing and growing the educational system in Kerala. And let me share with you my thoughts on the topic. The topic I have selected for you, teachers empower the student to become great. Teachers empower the student to become great. That's the topic for next 15 minutes. I always liked to sit in a class. Always when I visit schools and colleges in India and abroad, I would like to see how teacher teaches and students interact. Recently, I was going to Andhra Pradesh, and in a one teacher classroom there is something is there nearby, somebody told me. So I was in Andhra Pradesh in a one teacher classroom up to 5th class. I was with the students and the teacher was teaching. I was sitting with the student. The teacher was teaching how children can be always happy. And how children can be made happy. That was the topic the teacher was teaching. And she said, dear children, you see the full moon. On that day it was a full moon. Dear children, you see the full moon. The beautiful scene in the sky which brings smiles and cheers. Remember, you smile, the family also smiles. She tells the boys and girls, small kids, teacher says that the beautiful scene in the sky which brings smiles and cheers. Remember, she tells the student, you smile, the teacher tells the student, you smile, the family also smiles. How true it is, isn't it? That is, if a child smiles, family smiles. How many of you keep your parents happy? The whole class lifted their hands. I asked. They said they will do it. Also, I lifted my hand with 5th class students. Another experience, during my visit to UAE, I inaugurated an Indian school named JSS International School, Dubai. When the preparation was going on for the inaugural function, I was moving from place to place in the school. Particularly, I visited classroom where number of students from class 5 and class 6 were being taught by a teacher. As soon as the teacher saw me, she asked me to take the class. She said, now you are also a teacher, you take the class. I went to the blackboard and I started interacting with the students instead of loading them with lessons. I asked the children, our son, that is Star, has how many planets, I asked. Many hands went up. One girl said, there are 9 planets, and some students said, there are 8 planets. I said that the right answer is 8 planets. Since the 9th planet, Pluto, has been removed from the list of planets because it does not meet the criteria of a planet in size, weight and orbital motion. I asked one student, tell me which planet we live, which is our planet. There was a chorus answer of course, Earth. Who will talk about that Earth, I asked. One 6th class student got up and said, our Earth rotates in its own axis. Many students said it takes 24 hours for one orbit. That's how we get day and night. I was very pleased with the knowledge of the young on the solar system. Then I asked the class, what does the Earth do? There was a pin drop silence. Again, the 6th class student said, Earth orbits around the sun. Earth orbits around the sun. Then how much time it takes to complete one orbit? Many hands went up. They said 365 days. Our sun belongs to which galaxy? Next question they asked. Only one boy responded. Milky Way, he said. The galaxy we live in, Milky Way. How much time our sun takes for one orbit of a galaxy? I asked. There was no response. Of course, it is difficult. I gave the answer, it takes 200 million years. And the children had a great surprise. Why so much time? I have to answer properly. I was impressed with the class and greeted them and left. I am giving you these two examples to illustrate how the students can be encouraged to be creative, which is required to build their self-confidence. I am sure the educators, teachers assembled here may be adapting several methods to make the class dynamic and creative. Now let me visualize a dynamic school system, how it will be. According to me, after seeing hundreds and thousands of schools, I want to define what's a dynamic school. A school that radiates greatness by the teaching capacity of the teachers and students walk with the teachers. A school that radiates greatness by the teaching capacity of the teachers and students walk with the teacher with the knowledge. A school is great because it cherishes the learning environment with a library, good library, and fast internet, e-learning, and creative laboratories. A school is great because it creates and generates students with a confidence. When the students leave after 25,000 hours of work, that means 17 years, the school is great because it creates and generates students with the confidence that I can do it. That in turn will generate the team spirit that we will do it and the nation will do it. A school that promotes best in learning all round to all students. Students stand on the shoulders of the great teachers. A school is great because it has teachers who lead a unique way of life with purity. And become the role model for the student and develop them as enlightened citizens. A school is great because it has the capacity to teach all students to succeed. Not 90% of the students or 60% of the students. A school is great because it has the capacity to teach all students to succeed. A school that generates creativity among the students, irrespective of whether they belong to arts or science stream. A school is great that generates alumni who cherish that they belong to this school. A school is great because its teachers are continuous learners and introduce technology of teaching continuously. A school is great because there is a healthy collaboration between the school and parents. So these are the 10 points makes a creative, dynamic situation of the school. Now let us look at the teachers. When I see the teachers from different parts of the Kerala, I look at you, dear friends, as one integrated system of education, system of learning, system of knowledge, not teaching alone. You are representing system of learning and system of knowledge. The seeds of peace in the world have their origin in the righteousness in the heart of every individual. Such a righteousness citizen lead to the evolution of a enlightened society. Education The value system has to be so designed that the righteousness in the heart is developed in young minds. That should be the mission of education. That prime learning environment is 5 to 17 years of age for over 25,000 hours. They learn. This reminds me of an ancient Greek teacher, 3,000 years back, said, "Give me a child for 7 years. Afterwards, let God or devil take the child. They cannot change the child." See the confidence of the teacher. This indicates the power of great teachers and teacher of teachers. True education is the acquisition of enlightened feelings